Welcome back to the Renovation Rundown, the only podcast where you'll get the real skinny behind the renovation lending game and, more importantly, how to win it, especially if you are a first-time home buyer trying to break into this chaotic market. I'm Sean Thompson. It's been a while. I got a new studio going on. You can see it behind me. I can't wait for it to be finished and everyone to see it. Lots of new equipment. It's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to tell you a story. Happened not too long ago, a couple weekends ago, where I was sitting in an open house. And I must admit, it's been a while since I've done that, and this particular one was really cute place, 4 bedroom, 1 bathroom house, 4 bedroom, 1 bathroom. That's not going to work, right? Great bones, definitely a fixer upper, but in a good way, not where like the grass was growing out the living room or anything weird like that. Just the kind that needs a little vision, a solid contractor to come in, and the right kind of financing, right? I don't know if it would pass the muster the way it was currently. There's a few things wrong. It could be an issue. In my opinion, this was a first-time home buyer's dream, if I'm being honest, right? But what I witnessed, man, was something else. I'll tell you, after a couple, walked in, and you could see it all over their faces, right? The stress, the discouragement, the frustration, like they've been through the ringer in this market. One woman told me she made offers on 9 homes to be outbid every single time, or maybe they thought her low down payment, because she only had 5% to put down, was a weakness in the offer, even if sometimes she offered more, right? Another guy just laughed and said, what's the point? It's all junk unless you've got $100,000 extra to fix it. Those words came out of his mouth, to be honest with you, right? And here's the kicker. I'm standing there telling them, I can help you, right? I literally specialize in financing that allows you to buy the home and finance all the renovations all in one loan. Here's the way it works. It's designed exactly for your situation, right? But the looks I get, you'd think I was speaking Swedish. While making small talk with one woman, carrying her baby and her husband, I simply asked, how long have you been looking? And she started crying. Seriously.
What? She's crying, sir.
No, seriously. I'm not mad at them, no. And I get it. They're exhausted. They've been through, enough half-truths and heartbreak. But this is the problem. We've got a communication gap. And it's costing people their shot at home ownership when you think about it. So today I want to break down why this is happening and, more importantly, how we fix it. Here's the thing. We have a generation of buyers, millennials, Gen Z, who are smart, resourceful, and ready to make a move. They're really interested in home ownership, but no one has shown them how to win outside the box. Everything is chasing turnkey homes, move-in ready, perfect paint, new cabinets, subway tiles, short of it being new construction, right? And you know what that means, right? It means bidding wars, overpriced properties, and heartbreak. Meanwhile, these fixer-uppers, some of which are solid homes with huge potential, sit on the market like unpopular kids at the dance. Why? Because no one is telling these buyers, hey, you can do this, right? There's a strategy. There's a tool. Let me bust a myth real quick here. Renovation loans are not just for seasoned investors flipping houses. They're for the couples that say, we love this neighborhood, but this kitchen is straight out of 1974. They're for the single parent who says, I can afford this house, but I need to add 1 more bedroom. They're for the first-time buyer who sees potential, but doesn't have the additional $40,000 that Chip and Joanna told them they needed to do the repairs. Look, with this style of financing, you can roll the cost of upgrades into the mortgage. You don't need to come out of pocket. You don't need to wait 5 years to save up. You've been in those homes before, right? Where we don't like this, we're going to change this, and 5 years later, it's a permanent construction zone, right? You can do all that work up front and enjoy the home you want from day one. But again, if no one's explaining this to buyers in a way where they understand and trust, how would they know? So here's my call to action on this, right? Real estate agents, stop skipping fixer-uppers when you're showing homes. Number 1. Number 2, loan officers, stop assuming people don't want the hassle of renovation loans and lean into the expertise. Number 3, buyers, don't count yourself out just because the cabinets are ugly or the carpet smells like 1993. I don't know what 1993 smells like, but I imagine it's pretty bad. The opportunity is hiding right in plain sight. You just need someone to guide you through it. Back to that open house. At the end of the day, I had dozens of conversations that felt more like interventions, really, right? And it hit me. These buyers don't need another listing. They need leadership. They need someone to slow down, look them in the eye and say, I know it feels like you're out of options, but you're not. There's another way. That's what this podcast is all about. That's why I created the Renovation Rundown. If you're listening to this and you're a buyer, DM me. If you're a realtor who wants to learn how to pitch this better, let's talk. Let me get you on the side, of finding more customers and doing more business. And if you're a loan officer tired of sending people away because the house won't pass an FHA deal, hit me up. I don't mind helping because there's no reason good homes should go unloved and good buyers should go homeless. Hey, I'm Sean Thompson. Thanks for checking me out at the Renovation Rundown, and I'll catch you at the next open house, hopefully with a couple who'll be ready to stop, drop, and listen, and not so frustrated. Not so frustrated. What's all frustrated?